How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video you should buy these cards right now during Weekend Classic, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And this video is going to be a pretty short one. Just wanted to update some people just because I know I talked a little bit about it in my last video, but I was also talking about how to unlock Clayton Kershaw pretty fast. So in this one, I wanted to let everybody know, if you missed the last one, that I think right now is a pretty good time to buy the Grady Sizemore cards as well as Devin Williams. I'm going to kind of show you how many I got and then also the price range that I was able to get them for. Picked up more Grady Sizemores than Devin Williams cards just because I know it doesn't really look like it based on this screenshot, but there's a pretty good opportunity to make a lot of stubs a little bit after Weekend Classic is over. As you can see as well, I was also flipping a few of them. Just from one screenshot here, you can see I'm buying them for around 9,000 on average, and then I sold a couple for close to 12,000. So I'm just trying to make a profit while I go here. And I know a lot of other people are talking about investing in Devin Williams. This is a good investment. I bought, a handful of them, but I think these are the two cards that you want to focus on right now. Some people have asked me recently if they should have invested in some of these bosses. Well, if you take a look at some of the prices, if you invested in Derek Jeter, then you most likely lost a little bit of stubs. If you invested in Nolan Ryan, then you maybe made back some of those stubs. I guess the real investment was in the All-Star version of Hank Greenberg. But to me, I personally would not have invested in this card. I was predicting a market crash, and yesterday, if you were on the game, then you saw that the market was heavily decreased, and then it kind of has rebounded a little bit. And if I had those three bosses, I would be able to lock them in and then almost get up to the first fifth inning boss. But I really don't think that's worth it either. So if you bought those Hank Greenberg cards, then you probably made a good amount of profit. However, I don't think that was, necessarily the thing I would recommend when I knew that the Weekend Classic rewards were coming out and that there's a better opportunity, or potentially a better opportunity, to quadruple your stubs or multiply them more than just by two. But I'm also thinking that there's going to be a All-Star crash during the All-Star Game content that's on the updated schedule. I don't think the new All-Star Game content is going to be included in the All-Star vouchers that we already have currently. But the other thing I wanted to mention is that some of these cards at the end of the video, as well as those fourth inning bosses, might be good players to invest in during something like a flash sale. I think we're going to get a Negro League collection update pretty soon here, maybe over the next, I would say, 3 weeks. So I'm just putting this out there just for something to keep in mind. This is going to be the last video I make on buying Grady Sizemore and Devin Williams cards, but I am going to make another one on when I sell those cards and kind of just a recap of how everything worked out. But you could do the math. I bought those cards for right around 9,000, bought about 150 of them like my goal was to do. I would have liked to get them for a little bit cheaper, but that was just the way things went, and I was kind of waiting a little bit to see where the price would kind of settle down. But over the next couple days, the price could fluctuate a little bit, could go up, could go down. Towards the end of Weekend Classic, I would expect that card to start to rise up a little bit. Until next time, I'm College Lefty, and peace out.